Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, severe weather is impacting several areas of the country, and some of it is heading our way.
Plus, the latest from the ongoing murder trial of a Gardner man charged in a brutal attack on two friends.
And groups gather at the State House in support of a bill that calls for harnessing the power of the wind off Maine's coast.
Good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith. We're a little off kilter this
morning. Here we go.
We'll fix
there,
it
that's a little
during
better.
weather.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm Craig. Nice to see you today. Well, here we are, another morning, and we're talking about yet another winter storm approaching the area. We have a storm that's expected to arrive tonight. It's going to bring several inches of snow here to the Bangor area, even more to western areas of the state.
Yep.
And right behind it, some of it's going to turn to rain, too. Tomorrow it's supposed to be up into the 40s, so we know what's going to happen. It's just going to be a big mushy mess out there, around here anyway.
I know yesterday even Bangor was projecting to get about a foot, but we're not there anymore.
No,
I don't think lowered quite a bit for Bangor, but northern places and western places could see that.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's Devin Biggs.
All right, thank you very much. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate. Servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. All right, here we go this morning. Winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories in effect again. Here's the action right about in here. As we're going to be watching for accumulating snow that will switch over to maybe a winter mix. So we could be talking a little bit of ice accumulations and some snow and eventually some rain too. We have plenty of action that we get to watch out for at this point. So moving forward, though, there's more action we have to look out for. So more advisories in effect. This is a high wind warning along the coast because of gusty winds expected. In other spots, though, under storm warnings until about 1 p.m. on Thursday. Same with a high wind warning. And further off towards the south and west, we also have gale warnings also in effect. So those are up actually until about 10 a.m. for your Thursday. Other areas further down to the south and west will remain in effect for a little while longer. There's a lot of advisories that are in effect because of this next system that will be moving in. So here we go. We are calm at the moment. Some clouds passing through. We might even notice a little bit of sunshine from time to time. But our next system is starting to get its act together now. It's well out towards the south and west with a lot of snow and rain developing as we speak. It's going to move in our direction. Starting off as snow, then eventually switching over to some rain. But otherwise, here's Futurecast here showing us snow beginning later this evening. Overnight by about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, it switches over to all rain. So by the time you head out the door, we'll just have rain that'll be falling across the area. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a mixture of clouds and sunshine, but a lot of clouds by the afternoon period. Temperatures in the 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. January tornadoes hitting the south and heavy snow hitting the north. The radar active overnight as severe storms slammed the south from Texas into southern Louisiana. Extensive damage and some injuries have been reported. And on the northern side of the storm, up to 8 inches of snow in parts of the Midwest this morning, and that's headed into the northeast. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the details.
The risk for severe weather shifted into southern Louisiana overnight. The National Weather Service reported a likely water spout forming over Lake Pontchartrain, then moving onshore around midnight.
Mother Nature sometimes is not kind.
The same storm system causing extensive damage in Texas, tearing apart homes and businesses in the Houston suburb of Pasadena.
We had 4 of us in this building when the tornado hit.
A local CrossFit owner and his customers were forced to seek cover in the bathroom of his gym.
The scariest thing I've ever seen. Like, we were sitting there, I was trying to shut. We had an overhead door right here that blew off, and I was trying to shut it, and I couldn't shut it, and all of a sudden it just blew out, and that's when we ran to the restrooms, and we just watched a building just come apart and then fall down. Had to fight out because the building fell on top of us, but I mean, you know, long as we're alive, we're good.
And a dance instructor escaping a tornado as it tore apart her studio.
I was just praying, and all I know is we were all hunkered down together, but glass was flying.
The powerful winds also causing damage in Houston itself. The mayor tweeting a wastewater facility suffered significant damage but is still functioning. Meanwhile, the northern side of the storm system is making the morning commute a mess in the Midwest, with snow from Indianapolis to Cleveland up to 8 inches in some areas. The snow is spreading into Pennsylvania, upstate New York, and interior New England later today.
As for those severe storms in the south, they'll be spreading from northern Florida to the Carolinas today.
Looks like a big mess is heading our way.
Absolutely.
Well, meanwhile, the trial of a Gardner man accused of murder continued on Tuesday. Dylan Ketchum is charged with the January 2020 murder of 22-year-old Jordan Johnson and the attempted murder and elevated aggravated assault of Caleb Trudeau. As the trial resumed, several witnesses took the stand, including Ketchum's sister, Elena Ketchum, and Maine State Police officials. Maine State Police Detective Mark Ferreira recalled seeing Ketchum at Nielsen Sporting Goods prior to the night of the alleged crimes, where the owner of the store, Gary Hamilton, noted that his behavior seemed strange. Detective Ferreira says he saw Ketchum wearing lime green headphones, which were later found near the crime scene.
A gentleman had walked through the front door. Mr. Hamilton had indicated that this gentleman had come in the night before, was acting odd or strange. I observed the gentleman, white male, with lime green headphones.
Ketchum's former girlfriend, Katie Haskell, also took the stand and stated that Ketchum had showed her a gun in his backpack when they were together and told her that he stole it from his sister. The trial will continue today in Kennebec County Superior Court.
Justin Boucher appeared in Kennebec County Superior Court for his first hearing Tuesday morning. Boucher faces 2 charges, including aggravated assault and violation of conditions of release, and faces up to 10 years in jail. He's accused of stabbing an unidentified man 6 times in downtown Winslow on January 18th along LaSalle Street. The judge in the case denied a request for a no-contact order between the victim and Boucher today.
Based on the lack of information about the other requested no-contact individuals, I'm not going to impose no contact at this time.
Boucher's bail was set at $5,000 cash with numerous conditions. He is expected to appear in court next on June 1st.
Well, an Oakland man charged with 2 counts of kidnapping and had his initial court appearance yesterday as well. Brian Charette is also charged with eluding an officer after allegedly leading police on a chase through Waterville following the alleged kidnapping. The judge presiding over the hearing said that Charette had violated his bail conditions in the past and raised the cash bail amount from $5,000 to $10,000.
$5,000 cash bail requirement is low in my consideration with all of these new felony allegations that are pending, in addition to the prior existing case, as well as Mr. Charette's criminal history.
Well, Charette entered a not guilty plea for the charges and is currently being held at the Kennebec County Jail.
A Maine lawmaker has been indicted for allegedly using fraud to secure taxpayer money for his campaign. Now, the House Speaker is calling on him to resign. Representative Clinton Collmore, a newly elected Democrat from Waldoboro, was indicted in December for allegedly having up to 30 fraudulent signatures on government forms. This is the first time in more than a decade that a sitting lawmaker has been accused of clean elections violations.
Scientists, legislators, and leaders in the labor industry all came together Tuesday at the State House to introduce a bill that aims to address climate change by harnessing offshore wind energy. Let me say that again. A.J. Douglas was there to learn how this legislation would affect ratepayers.
A newly introduced bill to create an offshore wind industry along the Gulf of Maine. If passed, it is expected to slow the rate of rising water temperatures in the Gulf of Maine.
An industry that will strengthen Maine's economy, provide good-paying jobs for Maine people, and continue our progress in addressing climate change.
The project would feature a floating mill turbine resembling a windmill, which is mounted on a floating structure, allowing the turbines to generate electricity.
There'll be some rate funding of these projects, and there has been all along. The long-term goal is to get to a point where rates will stabilize.
Lawrence says the project would be financed by private investors in collaboration with the University of Maine. However, cost and logistics are dependent on the size of leased turbines and ratepayers, per the Maine Public Utilities Commission.
We're going to keep using energy and going places and making things. And as an engineer, I want all of that to be possible and I don't want to hurt the environment to do it.
UMaine project leader and student Alyssa McGlynn says projects like this are promoting other young people to move to Maine.
The excitement building for engineering careers in renewable energy in my age group is massive.
According to the president of Maine State Building and Trades Council, the Clean Energy Project looks to promote diversity and inclusion by offering unique apprenticeship programs to overlooked communities. In Augusta, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, and Fox 22.
You know, I have this job because of an internship opportunity I got here.
That's right.
Yep. Tuesday, Senate Republicans discussed plans to introduce a series of bills aimed at reducing energy costs. The primary objective is to restructure net energy billing, which is a program that allows Maine utility customers to offset their electricity bill using energy from small renewable generators. Some Republican senators blame net energy billing for rising electricity bills, claiming that consumers are paying for solar devices but are not always reaping the benefits.
Yeah, I think the only recommendations that we would be supportive of are ones that actually address lowering costs.
Other bills aim to leverage different forms of renewable energy, use grant funding to install appliances using alternative fuel, and reform the Public Utilities Commission for more transparency during bidding processes.
Well, legal experts say the state of Maine is facing a crisis that could destroy confidence in Maine's judicial system. Devin Dagnall with that story.
The state of Maine judicial system is searching for a solution to the shortage of lawyers willing to take on public defender cases. Recently, the state began its first public defender program, but it only employs 5 lawyers for the entirety of Maine, meaning the state is still heavily reliant on private attorneys being willing to take on cases.
Right now we're at a crisis with lack of defenders to represent people that cannot pay for a lawyer on their own.
Up until recently, the state of Maine's public defenders were all private attorneys hired on a case-by-case basis. However, the number of lawyers willing to do that has been shrinking in past years. Senator Lisa Keim of Dixfield believes the decline of willing attorneys is due to the state not offering competitive wages. She says private attorneys in the state are paid $200 to $250 an hour, as opposed to the state's wage of just $80 an hour.
And given also the backlog in the courts, the complication that creates, this fee, this amount is nowhere near enough, and we're losing them.
According to Penobscot County's district attorney, Christopher Almy, the reason fewer and fewer lawyers are willing to help the state goes beyond just the pay.
The reason they're diminishing is because pay is not that great, but also I think that the organization that is in charge of the lawyers and what they do has started to put some significant restrictions on how they practice law and how they handle these cases.
According to Almy, the lack of public defenders has brought Maine's court system to a near halt.
Some lawyers have in fact filed motions for speedy trial and asked the judges to rule that because you didn't bring this case to court soon enough, it should be dismissed.
Almy says he's concerned as to what may happen if a solution is not found soon and individuals are released because of Maine's slowed court system.
If we have people being let out over and over and over again because they don't have a lawyer or because we can't get their case processed, those people that are let out in that manner realize that, hey, what have I got to lose? I'm not going to go to court anytime soon. It erodes confidence in the public process.
In Bangor, Devin Dagnall for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The time is now 6:13. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Mainers are being urged to clean out fire hydrants and house vents as the snow continues to pile up.
But first, another check of our weather forecast. Today, mostly cloudy conditions with a high near 23. That storm moves in tonight. We can expect a wintry mix, just snow in some areas, the high near 19. Tomorrow, it'll be much warmer, so all that stuff will start to melt. We can expect a rainy day with highs near 43.
Ugh, credit card debt? Well, this morning, if you give GMA just a couple of minutes, we can help get you out of debt with the expert strategies and tips that could shave your credit cards way down faster than you might think. So this morning, watch GMA for the answers.
Angie's List is now Angie, and it's easier than ever to get your projects done right. With Angie, you can connect with top pros and see ratings and reviews. And when you book and pay through Angie, you're covered by our happiness guarantee. Check out Angie.com today. Angie, and done.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, watch out.
Watch out. The insurance company may try to tell you that you don't need a lawyer.
Watch out. The insurance company may try to settle before you're done with all your medical treatments.
Don't trust that insurance company after your accident. You could miss out on a lot of money. Call the twos and we'll watch out for you.
Lowry and Associates watched out for me and got me $275,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Steve Harvey says my Aunt Agnes has the world's biggest what? Big underwear.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC7.
Both of the toilets were leaking. The shower, it was just a trickle.
When someone buys property, the person buys it as is. Is there anything specific on this form that you claim is fraudulent?
Hot Bench. Wednesday at 3 on ABC7.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. For those of us out there that really feel cabin fever this time of year, having a pile of snow added to the mix can also lead to more anxiety and depression. Dr. David Prescott over at Northern Light Acadia Hospital says that seasonal depression is real. It happens this time of year during the darker days, but there are things you can do to combat the issue.
Active coping with depression, anxiety, and any mental health problem is always better than kind of passively waiting for it to go away. So the first thing, the fact that you're thinking of doing something is good and is probably going to be helpful.
A few things Dr. Prescott recommends. Try to find some normalcy in your day and keep your spaces well lit. It could be as easy as adding a light to your office space. Exercise helps. Even if you can't get outside to exercise, you can find new ways to get your reps inside. Interacting with friends and making social connections can also help. A positive dialogue with loved ones or even a therapist can improve your outlook. And don't bury your depression with alcohol or negative thoughts, because that will just lead to more problems. They actually have special lights you can get to if you have it really bad. I've dealt with it too for years.
Oh, yeah.
And, you add that light and will kind of help ease some of those symptoms.
I get it. Same here. This time of year, it's like, sluggish.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Just be kind to yourself. And if you really need help, reach out and get some help, because there's some things that you can do and you don't have to live that way.
I find journaling helps too.
Yeah.
It's in this time of year, it's just go, go, go. And it's like, I also in the winter, rest more. If you're feeling more tired and more sluggish, if you can find more time to rest, let yourself have it, because we're always busy.
Yes, we are.
Yep. Well, officials say keeping fire hydrants and vents clear of snow can help save lives in the long run. Our Matthew Juronsic explains.
Following Monday's storm, many residents were out cleaning their driveways and sidewalks. However, fire hydrants in many municipalities are still covered in snow. Orrington Fire and Rescue Lieutenant Chris Strout says fire hydrants is a town or city's responsibility, but is asking residents to help if they can.
It's pretty important to have the fire hydrants cleaned out, because in an emergency, time matters. So if we have to spend time cleaning out the fire hydrants in order to get water supply.
Strout encourages joining the nationwide Adopt a Hydrant program in an effort to help keep fire hydrants clean in your neighborhood.
If you live near a fire hydrant, when you're out doing all your normal snow removal, you take the extra 5-10 minutes that it takes to kind of just shovel around the hydrant.
Firefighters also suggest cleaning out the vents at your house whenever possible.
Carbon monoxide could build up and come back into the building, and the dryers could cause the dryer to overheat, not being vented properly, and get a couple dryer fires out of it. That's kind of known as a silent killer, because you can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it.
Both fire chiefs say keeping these fixtures clean is imperative to safety.
You make sure it's a nice path from the road to the hydrant, couple feet wide.
Bangor Water District told us that they will start cleaning fire hydrants Wednesday. In the meantime, they say any help is much appreciated. In Bangor, Matthew Juronsik reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, the annual Pine Tree Camp Egg Ride is just around the corner, but this year there will be a few changes. The Charity Egg Ride is part of the Dysart Snowmobile Ride-In. This annual event has been taking to the trail since 1974 with some local celebrities loading up with eggs in their suits, raising money for the camp. This year, though, there will be a change.
Because of egg prices and egg shortages this year, we really had to make the tough call to find something else. We have always used eggs past their expiration date so that we're not wasting food product, but those are even incredibly slim pickings this year.
So the plan this year is to fill plastic Easter eggs with Jell-O. According to organizers, still a fun and crazy way to ride down the trails. And this year, they're bringing back the live auction with some great prizes to be won. Every dollar raised goes to the camp's open door policy for a barrier-free camp for Maine children and adults with disabilities. Always a fun time. I got to take part in that for a number of years. And look at that. It's just a mess.
That's
it's just
yucky.
A mess. They put like dozens of these raw eggs in your suit.
That are expired.
They don't stink or anything. They're not too
They're not
too
that
far
expired.
gone.
Okay, good.
But a lot of times they're kind of frozen when they put them in there. But as you're riding, they thaw out, and then you just have the big mess. But
I think Jell-O in the plastic eggs is a very good substitution.
It's a great idea. Yeah,
good for them.
And you're thinking about the people that you're serving while you're doing this. So this is going to create a lot of smiles coming up this summer. So hopefully they get a lot of people donating this year.
Absolutely. Well, the time now is 6:20. After the break, we'll hear what made for such a great year for local cheesemaking factories.
Plus, we have your business report, that and more, as Good Morning Maine continues.
Find your beat, your moment of calm. Find your potential, then own it. Support your immune system with a potent blend of nutrients and emerge your best every day with Emergency.
Bath remodeling was revolutionized in this garage in 1984 when three brothers created the iconic bath fitter tub-over-tub process. A breakthrough then, the industry standard now for beautiful baths without the mess, stress, or high cost. A better way from bath fitter means precise measurement, the highest quality acrylic, perfect preparation, and watertight installation backed by a lifetime warranty. Bath fitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Create the perfect spaces in your home for 2023 at the Furniture Gallery. Entertain in style this year with a new dining set. Have room for everyone on movie nights with a big sectional with extra seating. Feel more rested with a new mattress from Serta, Restonic, or Nectar from the Furniture Gallery. Kick back and save an extra 10% on our entire recliner selection and save up to 70% off clearance items. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh wait, there is.
Good morning, America.
GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
It was a great year of cheese making for Pineland Farms in Bangor. The company produced over 1 million pounds of cheese in 2022. Mark Whitney, the president of Pineland Farms, says it takes 10 pounds of milk to make 1 pound of cheese. So last year, the company used 10 million pounds of milk from farms in Penobscot and Aroostook counties to successfully produce more than 1 million pounds of cheese. We'll have more on Pineland Farms products and all that's happening at its Bangor facility next week on ABC7.
We'll look forward to that. I think Jody is out there doing a nice feature story on them. It's be nice to see how they make all that cheese.
Absolutely. I'm excited. It's great to support local businesses.
Sure is. All right, big storm on the way.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of the trend lately. This time rain, though. I'm kind of bummed about the rain.
Yeah, it's going to start off as snow and then kind of turn to rain, and so everything's just going to be kind of icky.
I know. I really hope it doesn't ruin the accumulation we've already had for skiers and snowboarders. But here's Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate. servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. Alrighty, here we go. This morning we do have winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in effect. Both of these will last until about the Thursday timeframe. Winter weather advisories till about 7 a.m. for your Thursday and 1 p.m. for the winter storm warnings, at least on Thursday as well. More advisories as well. This is a high wind warning that's in effect until about 1 p.m. for your Thursday, along with storm warnings that are up until about 1 p.m. Thursday as well. There's a lot of active weather going on here, and gale warnings further off towards the south and west also. So there's a lot going on at this point too, even further off towards the south and west with the gale warnings in effect. There's even some wind advisories further down to the south. So there's just a lot of advisories going on with a system that's expected to move in. But for now, we're calm at the moment. We're just watching out for the system that will be approaching. Not much cloud cover at this point. We may start off with some sunshine, but clouds will be on the increase. So our next system moving in is a large system that's dragging from the southwest to the north and east with a lot of snow to the northern ends of it. Other areas seeing some showers, even some thunderstorms this morning. We'll see this start off as snow, the transition to a wintry mix as it does develop, and it will move in later on tonight. So what to expect? Here we go again. We had another system that moved in recently. Now we have more snow and wind on the way. This thing starts tonight with wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour at times. It will change over gradually to rain, and localized flooding cannot be ruled out either. Futurecast will time all this out. Increasing clouds will be the general idea for today. By about 7, 8, 9 o'clock, we'll start seeing the snow tracking in from the southwest to the north and east, transitioning to all rain as we head towards Thursday morning. So we'll see that commute switching over to all rain by that point. And then we'll start catching a little bit of a break. We'll start seeing things cool off, though, as we do move forward, maybe with a few more snow showers by Thursday evening. But everything starts to calm down. Then by Friday morning, even the clouds are going to break up, so we'll be done with all the excitement after that. How much snow could we see? A lot of the accumulations will be in the northern ends of the state. Some areas could see up to a foot before we're all finished up. Farther down to the south, dramatically lesser results now with about 1 to 5 inches. And lesser totals, though, closer toward the shoreline by around Bangor, Princeton area, maybe around 4 to 5 inches. So accumulating snow on the way, but a lot of that will melt, though, as temperatures get above freezing into the 40s. A lot of rain on the way, too. About 1 to 2 inches can't be ruled out as counts of snow that will fall and melt down into water. So a lot of water on the way, hence the concern for localized flooding. Wave heights are already increasing around 2 to 3 feet. It's higher further out towards sea. So that's why we do have these alerts in effect, and we'll see that increasing as we do get closer. Forecast for today, lower 20s, mostly cloudy with that east wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 19 degrees, our snow will get going, then we'll switch over to a wintry mix by morning. The east wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Wintry mix will then switch over to all rain throughout the day tomorrow. Highs in the lower 40s, southeast wind at about 30 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate. Mostly sunny by Friday, a lot better. Highs in the upper 20s, upper 30s for his Saturday with a slight chance for snow, and more snow showers Sunday. Highs in the low 30s.
Still?
Yeah.
How many pages got left?
30.
Break time.
Good looking out.
I got you.
Now you can mix and match a McChicken, McDouble, or 6-piece chicken McNuggets. Choose 2 for just $3.99, only at McDonald's.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Bangor Tire Company, Black's Heat Pumps, First National Bank, Patriot Homes, Ray Plumbing and Heating, and Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
Kwang Li Chinese Restaurant in Pittsfield has a wide selection of tasty dishes, including poo-poo for 2 with rice, General Tao chicken, sesame chicken, beef teriyaki, and more. They are just minutes from Interstate 95 Pittsfield exit.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Hi. We're having a little private conversation there. All right, let's read the news. Unfortunately, it's not good news either. This morning, police in Washington State are searching for answers after another deadly shooting. Authorities say a man killed 3 people in what appears to be a random attack before turning his gun on himself. That investigation launching as California reels from back-to-back mass shootings, leaving at least 18 people dead in less than 48 hours. ABC's Justin Finch has more.
More than 2 hours south of Seattle, another alarming shooting in Yakima, Washington.
I've got one male gunshot wound, not responsive. We got 2 deceased in the gas station.
3 dead in what authorities are calling a random attack at a Circle K convenience store overnight Tuesday.
There was no apparent conflict between the parties. The male just walked in and started shooting.
A manhunt launched for a 21-year-old suspect, Jared Haddock, who fled before police say he later shot and killed himself. Now in custody, 66-year-old Chun-Li Zhao, accused of shooting and killing 7 and injuring another at 2 farms in Half Moon Bay outside of San Francisco. Though the victims were all of Asian or Hispanic descent, police believe the attack stemmed from a workplace dispute and not hate. Zhao was ordered held without bond and is due in court today. Hundreds in Southern California mourning the 11 killed at a Monterey Park dance hall shooting during Lunar New Year celebration Saturday. The victims ranging in age from 57 to 76, including 70-year-old Diana Tom. Tom's family remembering her as a hard-working mother, wife, and grandmother who loved to dance. And 68-year-old Valentino Alvaro, a father and grandfather, his family calling his death a heart-shattering tragedy. These latest California mass shootings have pushed it up 5 slots to 26th place in a database from USA Today, the AP, and Northeastern University, tracking killings of 4 or more people in the U.S.
Former Vice President Mike Pence, the latest to have found classified documents in his possession. Sources say the former vice president launched the search proactively and found about a dozen documents with classified markings at his Indiana home. He turned them over to the National Archives. Officials say that after classified documents were found in President Biden's home, Pence directed his staff to check his house as well. That's when they discovered a small amount of documents in a box that didn't appear to be unpacked. An investigation is now underway. Very interesting these things. I know we were saying before the show, maybe there's a lot more with them and we just don't know, and maybe this is normal for people.
I think those certain types of people deal with classified documents all the time, and, you know.
It's crazy.
Things get mixed up.
I know. If their desks are as messy as mine are, I could understand. Still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll hear from a Bangor kennel that is celebrating 50 years in business.
Plus, all the details in that snowy forecast as Good Morning Maine continues.
I tried everything to remove fabric odors, but my clothes still smelled. Until I finally found new Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Just add to your fabric softener tray. It doesn't just cover odors, it helps remove them up to 3 times better than detergent alone. Try new Downy Rinse and Refresh.
There's some things that go better together.
Burger and fries, soup and salad.
Thank you. Like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. With Voya, considering all your financial choices together can help you make smarter decisions for a more confident financial future.
Hey, it's Tandem Bicycle. You can't do that by yourself. Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gas Horse Supply in Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
Welcome to the Yard Goods Center in Waterville, Maine. We're a local family business since 1949. We carry over 600 different types of hand knitting yarns from Maine and all over the world. And yes, we love Barocco. Beginner or a pro, you will find all the right tools and inspiration at the Yard Goods Center. We offer knitting classes Monday through Saturday. Come to the Yard Goods Center in Waterville, Maine and become part of our family and our happy place.
Schoolhouse Rock 50th Anniversary Sing-Along.
A special musical event.
We'll sing.
We'll dance.
We'll conjugate verbs.
The Schoolhouse Rock 50th Anniversary Sing-Along. Wednesday, February 1st on ABC.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, today is Wednesday, January 25th, 2023. It's also National Irish Coffee Day, celebrating the boozy, caffeinated treat, of which there are a few variations. Traditionally, though, consisting of black coffee, some Irish whiskey, sugar, and whipped cream.
And it's also National Fish Taco Day, which makes me wonder if any local restaurants or chains even are offering deals on them today.
We'll have to look into that.
I think so. Both, two of my favorite things. I love Irish coffee and fish tacos. But you were telling me earlier, how do you, and I liked what you were onto with the fish taco thing.
I make my fish tacos, I blacken the fish. I have this special blackening seasoning, so I get haddock. I'm kind of a haddock guy.
Yep.
And then I make this pico de gallo with some mango, little chunks of mango in it, and it's really good.
Haddock is a good one, too.
Yeah.
I've had it places where they deep fry it, and I don't prefer that. I know some people prefer it, but I like that way.
I had some fish tacos down in Key West one time, and they made it out of grouper. And oh my God, it was so good.
Another reason to go to Key West as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, if we could.
Fish taco on the beach.
Yeah. And followed by key lime pie. Whew. Okay, well, got to move on from this topic. On this day in history, in 1993, Sears announced it was closing its catalog sales department after 97 years. Whoops, I wrote Sears instead of years. And as of this year, there are only about 18 Sears stores remaining ever. In 2004, NASA's Opportunity rover landed on the surface of Mars. It was in search of any signs of ancient water and explored the terrain for almost 15 years. It was only supposed to last 90 days, far outlasting that planned mission. The rover made a number of discoveries, including finding evidence that long ago, at least one area of Mars had water for an extended period of time, and that conditions could have been stable enough for sustaining microbial life.
Little critters.
Yes, tiny guys.
For birthdays today, we have iconic singer, who's that? Etta James.
Yep.
Who died in 2012 at the age of 73. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is 45 today, and singer Alicia Keys is 42 today. I love Alicia Keys.
Me too.
Yeah.
All of them. Very big characters in their own way.
Now on to that forecast. It's going to be a mess. What else can you say?
I know. Devin Biggs can say it all.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate, servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. Alrighty, here we go. This morning we do have winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in effect. Both of these will last until about the Thursday timeframe. Winter weather advisories till about 7 a.m. for your Thursday and 1 p.m. for the winter storm warnings, at least on Thursday as well. More advisories as well. This is a high wind warning that's in effect until about 1 p.m. for your Thursday, along with storm warnings that are up until about 1 p.m. Thursday as well. There's a lot of active weather going on here, and gale warnings further off towards the south and west also. So there's a lot going on at this point too, even further off towards the south and west with the gale warnings in effect. There's even some wind advisories further down to the south. So there's just a lot of advisories going on with a system that's expected to move in. But for now, we're calm at the moment. We're just watching out for the system that will be approaching. Not much cloud cover at this point. We may start off with some sunshine, but clouds will be on the increase. So our next system moving in is a large system that's tracking from the southwest to the north and east with a lot of snow to the northern ends of it. Other areas seeing some showers, even some thunderstorms this morning. We'll see this start off as snow, the transition to a wintry mix as it does develop, and it will move in later on tonight. So what to expect? Here we go again. We had another system that moved in recently. Now we have more snow and wind on the way. This thing starts tonight with wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour at times. It will change over gradually to rain, and localized flooding cannot be ruled out either. Futurecast will time all this out. Increasing clouds will be the general idea for today. By about 7, 8, 9 o'clock, we'll start seeing the snow tracking in from the southwest to the north and east, transitioning to all rain as we head towards Thursday morning. So we'll see that commute switching over to all rain by that point. And then we'll start catching a little bit of a break. We'll start seeing things cool off, though, as we do move forward, maybe with a few more snow showers by Thursday evening. But everything starts to calm down. Then by Friday morning, even the clouds begin to break up, so we'll be done with all the excitement after that. How much snow could we see? A lot of the accumulations will be in the northern ends of the state. Some areas could see up to a foot before we're all finished up. Farther down to the south, dramatically lesser results now with about 1 to 5 inches. And lesser totals, though, closer toward the shoreline by around Bangor, Princeton area, maybe around 4 to 5 inches. So accumulating snow on the way, but a lot of that will melt, though, as temperatures get above freezing into the 40s. A lot of rain on the way, too. About 1 to 2 inches can't be ruled out as counts of snow that will fall and melt down into water. So a lot of water on the way, hence the concern for localized flooding. Wave heights are already increasing around 2 to 3 feet. It's higher further out towards sea. So that's why we do have these alerts in effect, and we'll see that increasing as we do get closer. Forecast for today, lower 20s, mostly cloudy with that east wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 19 degrees, our snow will get going, and we'll switch over to a wintry mix by morning. The east wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Wintry mix will then switch over to all rain throughout the day tomorrow. Highs in the lower 40s, southeast wind at about 30 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate. Mostly sunny by Friday, a lot better. Highs in the upper 20s, upper 30s for a Saturday with a slight chance for snow, and more snow showers Sunday. Highs in the low 30s.
All right, and now a local Bangor company is celebrating 50 years of puppy love. Carden Kennels is a dog boarding, grooming, and daycare business located on Ohio Street in Bangor. And as Jody Hersey tells us, this year marks 5 decades of caring for people's pets.
It's actually always been a dog business of some kind. There was pheasant hunting, training dogs for hunting pheasants on this property. So long history of dog business here.
In 2010, Janet Blanchard became the owner of Carden Kennels on Ohio Street, purchasing the company from Carolyn and Denny Miller, who opened Carden in 1973.
I've just always had a love for animals and bought the kennel, and it allowed me to stay home. We had 3 children, so it allowed me to stay home with the kids.
It's a business where the 4-legged customers greet you each day with wagging tails and wet kisses, something that's been done now for 50 years.
The industry's come a long ways in 50 years. Primarily, we are a boarding facility. And boarding goes beyond people just taking a vacation or taking a trip. We board pets. We just had a dog here for a few days. Owner was having a surgery. It was going to be a few days before she's back on her feet. We board dogs for people who work unusual schedules.
Carrie Heitman's family, who has used Carden to care for her dogs Cooper and Charlie, says Carden has treated us really good over the years, even caring for our dog as their own while my husband was in cancer treatment.
You build a relationship with people. This isn't a quick service. They're not coming in here to buy a t-shirt and you never see them again. You know, you really need to establish, we get those relationships with customers who come again and again and again with their dogs.
Blanchard hopes the relationships that she and her staff have made with the animals and their owners will ensure repeat business for years to come. In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
David watched Freddie, my gassy dog, a few times.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah.
I've worked at a kennel. It's hard work.
Yeah, but you could tell they really love the animals there,
They do. That's at the root of it.
And Freddie had a great visit, too.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol will have your sports updates.
We'll be right back.
This is the 2023 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places.
Get 1.9% financing for 36 months on Rogue.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Color Concepts, Kings Mountain RC, Loring Job Corps, Mad Cat and Company Bar and Grill, Main Collision Center, and Twin City Tile.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard-to-buy-for relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
This is the 2023 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places.
Get 1.9% financing for 36 months on Rogue.
The law. If you break it,
You didn't pay rent.
you'll pay for it.
It's my show. Nobody cares whether you have a personality or not.
Weeknights at 5 on ABC 7.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We will start with the big news of the day. Down in Foxborough, the Patriots have officially announced an offensive coordinator, and it's a familiar face, too. Welcome back, Bill O'Brien. He first joined New England in 2007, where his coaching career began, before taking the role as an offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach in 2009 and serving in that role until 2011. As for the Pats, in their little experiment of not naming an offensive coordinator for 2022, their red zone efficiency was 32nd in the league, 27th on third downs, and they only scored 31 offensive touchdowns. So O'Brien has a big task ahead of him after agreeing to the deal on Tuesday, but certainly some good news for Patriots fans. Let's hit the ice now. Maine hockey coming off of a tough series against Boston University, dropping both games in Boston on Friday and Saturday. Friday's game was a tough one, a 5-1 loss. Coach Barr put it simply saying, quote, "We got beat." Saturday was a different story, though. After falling behind 4-0 in the first period, the Black Bears fired back, scoring 3 at the end of the period and then tying the game at 5 before eventually falling 9-6. Talking to the team, we asked if it was a burn the tapes kind of weekend or if it was something they want to carry with them and learn from. Here's the response.
We can pretend it didn't happen and move on, but it did happen, and I think at the beginning of this year, we figured there would be times like this, and we haven't been beaten like that. Even in some of the games we've lost, it hasn't felt like it felt that weekend. So whatever the reasons for it may be, we address it and hopefully get better.
You got to do a little bit of both. I think you need to learn from the mistakes that are fixable, but some things you just can't fix. They're a great team, and especially their skill. We knew we'd come in there that they're going to be very good.
Weekend, the Black Bears don't really get a break, as is Hockey East play. Hosting another one of the nation's best team, welcoming the Providence College Friars, 16th-ranked Providence College Friars, into the Alfond. Another team that Maine needs to play their best hockey against if they want a chance to come out on top.
They're just very hard, heavy, well-coached team. Their details are great. Similar to Lowell, just they don't beat themselves, and they have, a real talented lineup. So for us, is can we match their work ethic, and can we play as detailed as they do?
All right, let's hit the mat now, where one local wrestler just reached a huge career milestone, becoming the second member of his squad to do so. In Skowhegan, senior wrestling captain Michael Welch just reached the 100-win milestone this past weekend in a Saturday meet against Belfast. The 170-pounder becomes the 19th wrestler in Skowhegan history to achieve the feat. As for what got him there, Welch says it all comes down to his support system and the people around him every day.
I've been through the program, same coaches and same coaching style since I was in Pee-wees, and they're really great practice partners. Everybody else is really great. Working with different techniques and styles is great to learn every other aspect of the sport.
As we mentioned, Welch isn't the only Riverhawk to reach the centennial mark on the mat. Aiden Clark passed that milestone last season. Now he's closing in on 150 wins. Kobe Butters, too, is nearly at 100 wins himself. Those two are defending state champs for Skowhegan, and they and Welch believe the whole team, as a whole, can be pretty successful at the state tournament this time around.
I put in a lot of work in the off-season, put in a lot of time by myself. Back-to-back state champ would mean a lot.
It would be cool for us to do it again and maybe add Mike and a couple other kids. That'd be really cool.
All right, let's head to the hardwood now. A lot of action around the state on Tuesday night. We will start with a battle of unbeatens at Red Barry Gym. Bangor Rams and Oxford Hills Vikings, both undefeated in AA North, so something has to give. We're going to pick this one up in the first quarter, and it's the Vikings starting. That's Tristan Derenberger, a little two-man action with Ella Pelletier. She drills the triple from the corner, but Bangor would give it right back. Here's Emmy Streams inside to Taylor Coombs. Spin cycle off the glass for two. Great move there. And then it's Bangor again. Streams grabs the defensive rebound and sends a dime down court to Taylor Coombs. With the left, she is in for two as well. For the Vikings now, another two-man game. This time it's Emma Pelletier and Maddie Miller. Pelletier, a nice fake right here. She gets the shot to roll, and then it's going to be Miller cleaning it up after the block right here. Vikings are going to win a close one, 39-34. Over the boys' side of things now, a AA and A North clash between Hampton and Brewer. We're going to pick this one up in the first half, and it was a close one early. Brewer down 2. Ryder Goodwin too strong on the inside. We are tied at 8. And then for the Broncos, this one goes to Zach McLaughlin, and he buries the midi off the bounce. Great move there from the sophomore. And then another great move for McLaughlin off the hesitation, finishing at the basket here. He had 6 in a row in the second at one point. On the other end, Goodwin again. He is money off the jumper from the corner. And then for Brewer, here is Brock Flagg on the break, getting the tough shot to go off the glass. Brewer wins this one 52-38. All right, now to Dexter. The Lady Tigers looking to bounce back from their first loss. They are facing Panquist Valley. Picking this one up in the first quarter. Nice passing around the horn from the Tigers ends with Jillian Poliquin finding Maisie Peach for the lay-in. Later, the Patriots are going to get on the board here. It's Jess Broussard. She gets it to Riley Heel underneath. With the left, she's going to get it to go. Nice move there. But tonight was the Tigers' night. Second quarter, Jocelyn Page with Addison Conklin interface. Bounces it to Hannah Dean. She swishes the 8-footer on the inside. And then finally, Callie Goodrow brings it down the court. Looks over her options. Nothing's there. So she will shoot it and get it to go. Nothing but net. Tigers would run away with it in the second. They win it 58-24. All right, some other scores from around our area. In the girls' game, Hamden Academy victorious over Brewer, 56-28. John Bapst beating Orono in overtime, 57-51. Winslow over Lawrence in Class B North, 63-61. And then Sumner picking up a win over Central. All right, that's all the time we have left for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
We've got a 100-year-old company here, and it's because of the service, the quality, and the experience. It gets done right.
I think we've been doing it for so long. The only thing that we do, that when we walk into a room, we automatically know how to treat that window. We can take any product that the customer's looking for and make it work in just about any situation that they present us with. So
there's no reason to be overwhelmed. No. We can help you through it.
We're not going anywhere. We've been around for 100 years.
At the Bangor Grand Hotel and Conference Center, you will discover a new dimension of comfort. We've got newly updated rooms, suites, and a new and improved lobby. Our Blue Sky Lounge and restaurant features exceptional food, flavors, and service. We welcome the weary travelers, the sharp-dressed businessman, the overnight basketball tourney fans, and of course, families on their fun adventures. Many of our guests tell us we've become their home away from home. Moving forward is in our design here at the Bangor Grand, and we'll continue to improve on the things we do best, like exceeding your expectations.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate, servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. Alrighty, here we go. This morning we do have winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in effect. Both of these will last until about the Thursday timeframe. Winter weather advisories till about 7 a.m. for your Thursday and 1 p.m. for the winter storm warnings, at least on Thursday as well. More advisories as well. This is a high wind warning that's in effect until about 1 p.m. for your Thursday, along with storm warnings that are up until about 1 p.m. Thursday as well. There's a lot of active weather going on here, and gale warnings further off towards the south and west also. So there's a lot going on at this point too, even further off towards the south and west with the gale warnings in effect. There's even some wind advisories further down to the south. So there's just a lot of advisories going on with a system that's expected to move in. But for now, we're calm at the moment. We're just watching out for the system that will be approaching. Not much cloud cover at this point. We may start off with some sunshine, but clouds will be on the increase. Our next system moving in is a large system that's tracking from the southwest to the north and east with a lot of snow to the northern ends of it. Other areas seeing some showers, even some thunderstorms this morning. We'll see this start off as snow, the transition to a wintry mix as it does develop, and it will move in later on tonight. So what to expect? Here we go again. We had another system that moved in recently. Now we have more snow and wind on the way. This thing starts tonight with wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour at times. It will change over gradually to rain, and localized flooding cannot be ruled out either. Futurecast will time all this out. Increasing clouds will be the general idea for today. By about 7, 8, 9 o'clock, we'll start seeing the snow tracking in from the southwest to the north and east, transitioning to all rain as we head towards Thursday morning. So we'll see that commute switching over to all rain by that point. And then we'll start catching a little bit of a break. We'll start seeing things cool off, though, as we do move forward, maybe with a few more snow showers by Thursday evening. But everything starts to calm down. Then by Friday morning, even the clouds begin to break up, so we'll be done with all the excitement after that. How much snow could we see? A lot of the accumulations will be in the northern ends of the state. Some areas could see up to a foot before we're all finished up. Farther down to the south, dramatically lesser results now with about 1 to 5 inches. And lesser totals, though, closer toward the shoreline by around Bangor, Princeton area, maybe around 4 to 5 inches. So accumulating snow on the way, but a lot of that will melt, though, as temperatures get above freezing into the 40s. A lot of rain on the way, too. About 1 to 2 inches can't be ruled out. This counts as snow that will fall and melt down into water. So a lot of water on the way, hence the concern for localized flooding. Wave heights are already increasing around 2 to 3 feet. It's higher further out towards sea. So that's why we do have these alerts in effect, and we'll see that increasing as we do get closer. Forecast for today, lower 20s, mostly cloudy with that east wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 19 degrees, our snow will get going, and we'll switch over to a wintry mix by morning. The east wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Wintry mix will then switch over to all rain throughout the day tomorrow. Highs in the lower 40s, southeast wind at about 30 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate. Mostly sunny by Friday, a lot better. Highs in the upper 20s, upper 30s for a Saturday with a slight chance for snow, and more snow showers Sunday. Highs in the low 30s.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Central Maine Denture, Corinth Auto Parts, John R. Crooker Agency, Osborne's Plumbing and Heating Incorporated, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, and Warren's Waterfront Restaurant.
Hey, Maine. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyu.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Angelina Mucci.
And I'm Andy Mucci of Family Fun Bowling Center.
When we want to know the weather, we go to foxbangor.com.
Celebrating our 50th anniversary year, Family Fun Bowling Center has 20 lanes of 10-pin bowling at its best.
What are you going to put me on?
The Deadbeat.
Oh my God, you're putting me on obituaries? Don't you come any closer, I will kill you.
I'm already dead.
Fun fact, you're the only one that can see me.
No!
Yep.
No!
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
When it comes to winter footwear, warmth, waterproof, and safety matter most. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport and discover the latest in winter boot technology. We've got boots rated from -60 to 0 degrees Fahrenheit to keep your feet warm in any weather. Check out the new materials guaranteed to keep your feet dry. Relieve the anxiety of slipping and falling this winter with the new Navitech with grippers built right into the sole. Just flip it and clip it and you're ready to go. Be prepared this winter. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes